I am 17 years old. Right now, I'm contemplating the benefits of cremation while being driven to the hospital to die. My eyes are stuck on the empty McDonald's cup sitting in the front console of my parents' minivan. Momentarily, my mind clears. I look up for a moment and stare vacantly at the road unfolding up ahead. The blazing morning sun suppresses the mountains that surround my van. Moving my hands from the joystick of my wheelchair to my lap, I notice a collection of sweat where they had been resting for the last 15 minutes. My clammy palms are practically dripping, but the sweat has nothing to do with the heat. I am going to die. I'm 17 years old, and I'm going to die. My moment of mental relaxation slips away. Why me? There is no answer. Out of every possibility for my life, I was born with spinal muscular atrophy. I've been in a wheelchair since I was 2. This is my life and the reality of what I have to deal with. It's not fair, and now I'm about to die. Cease to exist. The world and its billions of people will move on without me, and it won't matter that I'm not here anymore. Life will continue as usual for everyone else, while I'll be underground, decomposing. I shudder. What if my brain can still feel things after I die? Scientists don't know everything. Nobody knows for sure what it's like to be dead. I have to work up the courage to ask my parents about having my body cremated. I picture what the last moments of life will be like. I can see the doctors' faces as they tell my dad that the pneumonia has taken over my lungs and there's nothing left they can do. My lungs will stop working on their own and they'll have to put a tube down my throat to keep me alive. No more communication. That is the scariest part. This image has haunted my mind countless times, lying on the hospital bed, covered in wires and tubes that are keeping me alive. I won't be able to talk to my friends and family. The hair on my arms stands up as I imagine doctors coming in late at night to ask my parents if they're ready to turn off my life support. I'll be aware that they're making the decision to turn off my life, but the tubes in my mouth will prohibit me from screaming that I don't want to die. I'm not ready. I'm 17. As the hospital comes into view, these thoughts race through my mind, and tears begin to build in my eyes. Please don't let Dad turn around to check on me. He needs to think that I'm strong, but I'm not. I want to play sports. I just want to stand up and kick a soccer ball. But that will never happen now. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to have kids. I won't get to see my brother become an adult with a family of his own. In 30 years, my whole family will sit down for Christmas dinner and I won't be there. I pray that the tears did not leave a noticeable trail down my face. The emergency room is filled with the most depressing people on earth. Their somber, death-like stares do little to alleviate my stress. The check-in counter is taller than my head, so my dad has to admit me, adding to the feeling that I'm here against my will. I can't speak for more than a few seconds without losing my breath and giving in to a series of useless and shallow, phlegm-drenched coughs. So it's not like I'm in any condition to admit myself anyway. But the fact that my dad is the one providing the receptionist with all of my personal information makes me feel like I have no say in this decision, like I'm a toddler. Once again, I feel powerless. Waiting to be called into the exam room is terrible. The emergency room is a very open area, offering little privacy. I'm so weak from the relentless coughing and sleepless nights that I can barely keep my head up. Every breath is a challenge because my trachea is almost completely blocked with phlegm. I'm positive that the young, attractive girl sitting several seats away can clearly hear my gurgling breathing. I'm embarrassed. She appears to have cut her hand pretty severely, holding a blood-soaked cloth around her fingers. What I would give to be in her position. A nurse comes out and calls me back to be examined. My dad has to help me physically lift my hand from my lap onto the joystick that controls my wheelchair. Everyone is surely staring at me right now, wondering what is wrong with me and imagining how awful and different my life must be. I tell myself that these are not the people I need to be impressing. Still, their sorrowful stares eat at my mind. I desperately want to talk to each of them so that they understand that I'm not just some outcast disabled kid who lives in a constant state of disease and illness. I want to tell them that I'm not going to die, but I don't believe that myself. So I do nothing but follow the nurse resentfully and fearfully through the door to hell. The exam room is the size of a prison cell. There are giant rainbow-colored butterflies painted on the wall. I wonder if these dramatically painted butterflies have ever once calmed a distressed patient. My guess is no. The cold plastic of the oral thermometer being slid under my tongue reminds me of my present situation, and my brief moment of escape fades back into reality. I watch the numbers on the thermometer climb, knowing that anything over 100 will surely result in admittance to the hospital. I clearly have pneumonia. It's not even a maybe. But pneumonia is how most kids with SMA die, so I've spent the last week convincing myself that I just have a head cold, and that the unbelievable amount of phlegm that I've been unable to move is just in my throat, rather than my lungs. The nurse tilts the thermometer towards me when my fever reaches 102, allowing me a better view of the horrible truth that I have been avoiding. In the hallway, my mind is temporarily preoccupied once again by the reflection of the ceiling lights on the shiny tile floor. When I was little, I used to enjoy chasing these reflections of light in my wheelchair, attempting to run them over even though they always disappeared as the shadow of my chair consumed them. Now I'm in the elevator on my way up to the pediatric unit. The walls are oppressive and metallic. There is nothing interesting in this small elevator to distract my mind from contemplating my situation once again. As the elevator carries me upward, my entire attitude shifts from the chaos and fear of realizing I'm about to die to an absolute determination to survive. This complete reversal of mindsets is easy for me, but I've had a lifetime of practice. All I can think about now is the man who had the same exact disease as me, who lived to be 70 years old. I don't know him, but I've heard about him several times, and he gives me an incredible amount of hope. I'm going to put every ounce of fight in my body towards living as long as he did. I will play sports. I will get married. I will have kids. I will get to see my brother become an adult with a family of his own. I will make it out of this hospital alive. I will make it out of this hospital alive. I will make it out of this hospital alive. Today, I'm 22. So far, so good. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this film. For a long time, I was really scared about releasing this to the world because, as you saw, it documents some of the really terrifying thoughts that go through my head when I think I'm about to die. But ultimately, I felt like this was a chance for us all to come closer together and really find the beauty in all of our lives. About a year after this hospital stay, I started a nonprofit called Laughing at My Nightmare, and we have a program that aims to help people with my disease, and that program is called No More Nightmares. If you would like to learn more or donate to this program to help us reach our $50,000 goal, you can click the link at the end of this video. Thank you for your time.